Woodcock Nature Preserve was formed as a place for research, education, practice of invasive species control, also as a place for people just to come and enjoy nature.
Well, currently, community members are allowed to come there all time of the year except during hunting season from dawn to dusk. They can enjoy the trails there, hiking, mountain biking, and it's certainly a great place to study botany.
Previous owners of the Woodcock Preserve, David and Helen Horn, were friends of mine for a long time. David and I would do a lot of hiking. He was a really enthusiastic botanist and ornithologist, field naturalist. And so we would go to various places to hike, to look at plants, to look at birds, whatever, for some years. And then he said that he was turning the farm into a nature preserve. Some nature preserves are really nothing but nature preserves in a way that it's, as hands-off as possible. But David, having been a farmer, wanted the possibility to, have somebody continue to do agriculture of some form on the property.
Woodcock Nature Preserve is in the process of growing. It's a slow process, but we have grown in the last few years by creating a 5K trail throughout the property. We've had 2 5K trail runs here. Also had, with the help of Badger Johnson, some prescribed wild burning to help the preserve itself, and also as an educational opportunity for those in the area that are interested in that.
Much of the preserve was put into native grassland habitat to benefit bobwhite quail and some woodcock, for which the preserve is named. In this part of the world, there's no grazing by bison, who are extirpated long ago from this place, or prescribed fire happening on a regular basis. The trees kind of take over, and so we burn part of the area to keep it open for the birds, and it also helps keep the invasive species down. And that's something that the founders were really adamant about, is don't let this place get overtaken by weeds, and the burning helps with that.
The importance of woodcock is, from a biology perspective, the more habitat we can remain intact. We're looking for what's called contiguous habitats, or habitats that are close to one another, connect usable land. And so this serves that role as sort of, filling in a big space that makes it sort of a home to all kinds of different animals. And that's another thing I'd like to get going out here, is start running some trail cameras just to kind of get some general idea of all the different species that we are hosting on this space.
There's a lot of herbalists in this place, a lot of people into tinctures and teas and trying to stay healthy by using a lot of plant extracts. And if you don't have places like this that are generating those plants, like, where are you going to get them? And in Appalachia, there's kind of there's a strong foraging tradition and herbal medicine tradition, and so we kind of support that too by being a space where practitioners, if they want, can cultivate and harvest some medicinal plant material here. We've got some regulations doing that sustainably, but again, you can't really do that in a cornfield.
I would love for other people to volunteer, to donate their time, to donate their money, as this is a nonprofit. We've had volunteers doing their Eagle Scout projects here. Love to encourage gaining ideas from others that have differing views. We've had the diversion program come out here. Just the idea of the diversion program, of having people who have been in trouble with the law can come out here and do something beneficial. I think that spiritually, this place has a calling to people.
Over the next few years, I would like to see Woodcock Nature Preserve expand our programming to create more educational opportunities for community members, more ways to engage the community, and also to be somewhat of a laboratory for students.
We'd love to eventually host some kind of interns also that would want to do some actual like research out here is something that I think would be really interesting, just kind of getting a better understanding of some of the changes in the landscape here. And I think it'd be really neat to host like workshops and other community events and use it, kind of almost have like some offices upstairs for like interns, or maybe even possibly have an intern live upstairs.
Woodcock Nature Preserve is such an incredibly beautiful place, and just living there and being totally immersed in it was just a real treat for me and my children. And I really fell in love with the place and the people that are involved with it.
I would love for people to take away the sounds, the smells, the feeling of the breeze, the peacefulness, and the beauty around it.